This video is for you, even if you're a beginner, if you have zero audience, okay, and even if you don't feel ready yet, because at the end of the day, a website alone is not going to get you clients. Believe it or not, when I was a business owner, before I became full time in entrepreneurship, I focused heavily on website colors, the hex codes, and this has to look pretty. Okay, the importance is there and it's totally relevant, and I get it, but that shouldn't be your true and only focal point. And I see many entrepreneurs, business owners, solely focused on making sure this looks pretty, this is ironed like this, the hex code's got to be this before I start clarifying my offer, or you know what I mean? So that's what I want to get into next. Now, when I say without a website, I'm not saying like the full fancy 10K website by a developer, but I'm saying, of course, obviously you need a link from even Beacons. I remember when I received clients, I didn't have a website. You know what I did have? I have a link. I had a link. It was a Stripe link. That was it. She found me, not to jump ahead of this video, but she found me through word of mouth. And that word of mouth found me through me showcasing my work, my services, my expertise, my knowledge, my story, etc. So anyways, what you actually need to get clients without a website are clarity, a place people can find you, hence I mentioned the link, and a way to get paid. Your Stripe, PayPal, I'm hearing about PayHip, Beacons is free. If you want to pay $40 a month for Stan Store, sure, why not? Such great platforms to use if you do not want to pay for a website. That's it. But let me break this down. Speaking of clarifying your offer, if you can't explain what you do in one sentence, clients won't buy. They just won't. So for example, I help single mothers lose weight eating keto-friendly meal plans. So the formula is I help who solve a specific problem so that they can get a specific result. And what I learned is that clarity sells. I used to own the shiny object syndrome. I used to embody that. I created everything, and I thought, like, oh yeah, everyone needs this. Even the dogs. Dogs are on social media, so I'm assuming they need my products and my services. Like, I'm going to create all of this. And yeah, they should buy. They did buy, but I was so burnt out because I'm like, why is the conversion low when it should be way up there, when I know this is a really good product and it's in demand and it's an evergreen product. It's not like, oh, it's seasonal. It's an evergreen product. And I'm like, what is happening? My audience was confused. They're like, girl, what do you do? So I had to buckle down. I'm like, okay, what exactly am I selling for who? What is the problem? Do they need my problem? Do I know this person? What are their pain points? What are they struggling with? I had to figure it out. I had to really pause. I had to slow down. And that's why I also mentioned in your slow seasons, look in your business, look within your business, look at what you're selling, if it's doing well, if it's not. Look at the metrics. But anyways, if you need help in clarifying your offer, figuring out what skills to use to monetize your business, to start an offer, to create and launch your product, there's a guide below, the Business Clarity Blueprint. It is the perfect guide, a guide that I wish I had when I first started my business, when I first started entrepreneurship. This guide is perfect for you to help you figure out who you're selling to, what you're even selling, and how to launch it. So the guide is in the description below. So the next step is to use platforms with traffic already built in, hence why you don't need a website. These are the platforms that I'm currently using that performs extremely well. Let's start with TikTok. And TikTok and Pinterest, very slept on. They are search-based platforms. In my eyes, they are search-based platforms, meaning people are currently typing in, and YouTube, three platforms: TikTok, Pinterest, and YouTube. Search-based platforms, meaning people are typing in how to make money online, how to lose weight on a budget, how to plan a trip to Spain, etc. A lot of how-tos, a lot of content that are based on what people are searching for. You want to create content around that, and that is actually my next step. But the other platforms that are really performing well that I've seen and experienced are Facebook, Instagram. Yes, I'm hearing about the algorithm with Instagram. I think it's just a long game with Instagram, and I think a lot of people are losing their patience, especially when Instagram announces another algorithm change or whatever that they did. The thing about Instagram is that with almost every other platform out there is that literally every piece of content you post is like a lottery ticket. That's how I look at it. So I try to stay away from looking at the metrics and the numbers. Oh my gosh, I only got 3 likes. You just never know. Just keep putting out your excellence. Keep blessing people's timelines. It's a lot of work, especially when you're spread out thin. This is why I would advise you to look at which platforms are performing well in your business and hone in on those 1 or 2 platforms. I was on probably like 6 different platforms, and it was overwhelming, but I did see some traction. I wouldn't advise it, but another platform that does well with digital products is LinkedIn. It really depends on your audience. For my audience is on LinkedIn and TikTok. Another one is Etsy. I'm hearing mixed reviews with Etsy. I started Etsy years ago. I can only imagine how competitive it is right now. With Etsy, you just have to continue to upload products. If you have the patience with anything, if you have the patience to create and upload good quality searchable products that people are looking for, you will always stay relevant. Always. And that's the beauty of being on built-in websites or platforms that have or built-in traffic, is that you are the website. You just do the job of uploading your products. This is why it's so important to figure out the keywords and the products that people are searching for, so that you stay relevant on people's timelines, on their FYPs. So it takes a little bit of market research, and it goes back to what I said: understanding your person, your audience, clarifying your offer. Once you clarify your offer, everything else is like a ripple effect. Everything will make sense. Your content will be easier. It will land because they're already looking for a solution. You are the solution. Here's how to actually get clients. You have to position yourself as a solution. Oh yeah, that person knows what I'm thinking, what I'm going through. They know exactly. You're speaking their language. This is why it's important, again, to clarify your offer. Know who you are speaking to. Know who it is. A game changer. It's a game changer. So for example, here's how I help people do X. 3 ways to get clear on why. Here's what I learned after helping this person, and so forth. And once you get those clients, you got to remember that clients care about the solution, the results that you give them. They don't care about your homepage. They don't care about where you're from or what's your favorite ice cream. They care about, can you give me the results? How soon, how fast? Are you who you say you are? Okay, so don't forget when you post your content to post a CTA with a link for you to get paid. Okay, so a CTA is a call to action. Attach a link to your call to action, whether it be in your stories, your videos, your short form videos, your text posts, it doesn't matter. Attach a CTA. Okay, a CTA again is a call to action. Create a Stripe account, create a what else? Calendly link if you're doing service based work. Payhip invoices, they all work just fine. The things that I found out that most people struggle with the most are the lack of clarity in who it is that they're selling to, the product that they're selling, and that they keep changing their offers, therefore their directions, and starting all over again. And that can really damper your sales, starting all over again because your product changed, your messaging, your content changing. If you want to get clear on your offer, talk about it confidently and attract aligned, paying, dedicated customers, clients to your offer, to your business. Download the Business Clarity Blueprint. It is the perfect guide to help you identify your skills, identify what it is and who it is you're selling to, what is it that they need, and actually launch with confidence. Again, you don't need a website just yet. Don't focus on the website or the homepage because your clients are looking for you. They're looking for a solution. Okay, so start building that income today.